Members, our veteran today is being sponsored by Representative George Faught. Representative Faught, you're recognized to introduce Veteran of the Week.
Members, it is a great honor to have Jack Green as Veteran of the Week today. His family's coming up here as well, his wife Pearl. I was talking to Representative O'Donnell. He's actually Representative O'Donnell's constituent, and he had asked that he could make the presentation, but I said, well, he's a part of my Sunday school class. So I did win dibs on that. Jack is going to turn, he's actually 91 years old, Army veteran. He was a member of that greatest generation, which there are fewer and fewer of those around today. So it's an honor that we were able to recognize them. And you'll hear in the citation where all he served. He did his basic training at Fort McClellan in Alabama, but he volunteered to be a paratrooper, and he trained at Fort Benning, and he was assigned to the 82nd Airborne, and he attained the rank of Staff Sergeant. He was also one of the recipients of the honor flights, and he attended one of those honor flights to DC that we were able to do for so many years. And he and his wife Pearl will celebrate 71 years of marriage this June. And when he was in front of the church, somebody asked him if he could give any marital advice on how to have a happy marriage. And he said he's got 2 words. And if you can remember these 2 words, you'll have a long and happy marriage. And those words were, yes, dear. So if we could ask the clerk.
Clerk will read the citation.
Whereas among the most honored of those in public service are veterans who have protected all Americans from enemies, both foreign and domestic. And whereas Jack C. Green served from March 1st, 1945 through September 24th, 1946 in the United States Army. And whereas Jack C. Green completed his paratrooper training at Fort Benning, Georgia, and then was assigned to the 82nd Airborne Division stationed at Fort Bragg in North Carolina, attaining the rank of Staff Sergeant, and was Company Supply Sergeant during his time in Georgia. And whereas the state of Oklahoma takes great pride in honoring Jack C. Green as Veteran of the Week and thanks him for his service and devotion to the United States and the people of the great state of Oklahoma. And now, therefore, pursuant to the motion of Representative George Faught, the Oklahoma House of Representatives extends to Jack C. Green sincere congratulations and directs that this citation be presented.
Members and guests of the gallery, please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, led by our Veteran of the Week.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Mr. Speaker and representatives. I'm humbled to be here today and stand and just say a few words to you. I'd like to share one story that might find of interest. I was a private and was assigned to the company supply room. It was a mess. I knew nothing about my duties, and the sergeant found a book on supply room requirements, handed it to me, and walked away. Where should I begin? I looked across the street and saw a large crate at the end of the runway that had a lot of lumber, usable lumber in it. I imagined that I could pull some of that lumber out of that and make shelves in my supply room. With the help of a carpenter in my company, I built an entire shelving system with locks, reorganized all the guns and ammunition according to the Army regulations. And they had to be under 3 locks and keys. When we left the supply room of a night, while we had it under 1 lock. When I was discharged, or about 3 weeks later, I was working at my desk, and the side door flew open, and in hopped our General James McGavin. He wanted, I almost broke my arm trying to salute him, getting up out of the chair. But he wanted to inspect what I had done as far as my supply room was concerned. After he left, why, I was told that he wrote a letter and requested that all of the supply sergeants in the company and battalion had to come and see my supply room. Within 2 months, I was promoted directly to a private from a private first class to a staff sergeant. And that was uncalled for apparently a reason General Gavin himself helping me be promoted. So we have found the secret to long marriage in that I have 3 other brothers, and all of us have been married 64 years or more. And the reason that we have attained that distinction is that we married great women. Not only did I marry a great woman, but I am so proud to be a part of a great nation. I would like to say, just as a final thought, those who would disrespect our flag have never been handed a folded one.